Good evening. We're coming back from our closed session. At this time, can we have roll call?
Trustee Hodges?
Present.
Trustee Flores?
Present.
Trustee Young?
Present.
Vice President Amboy?
Present.
And President Fox?
Present.
And we have a quorum.
Thank you. Let's please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We reviewed, went over our superintendent's evaluation and gave direction. Item, adoption of the agenda. Do I hear a motion? Trustee Flores?
Make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Vice President Amboy?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Hodges?
Aye.
Trustee Flores?
Aye.
Trustee Young?
Aye.
Vice President Amboy?
Aye.
And President Fox?
Aye.
The motion passes.
All right, now we are down to action item 5A. Review and update of the 2025 Governing Board meeting calendar. Would you like to start, and then I have something to say?
Yeah, so the governing board is looking at revisiting the adopted board calendar for 2025. There was a couple conflicts that came up, and we are bringing this evening an updated calendar. One thing to note is the calendar does reflect a Wednesday meeting structure.
Thank you, Superintendent Aurelio. With that, I wanted to give a little background for just to clear this up and to move forward. For our background, about 4 or 5 years ago, the governing board was looking into changing to Thursday meetings. The reason they were wanting to change, Superintendent Spalding at that time, and we also had a governor's workshop with Deborah Keys-Wright, a consultant. Both were telling us that agenda review is so vital to the district's success. So when you have the development of an agenda and all the preparation and from all the cabinet and from all the parts of the district, it's vital to make sure it's as strong as possible. And having an extra day for that would help not just for the development and structure, but also for amendments and for meeting with different entities, and also just to make sure it's where it needs to be. So Thursday would give one more day. So since the board wants to be as diligent and effective as possible, we took that advice, and then again, the 4 or 5 years, we're looking into it now with a second superintendent. And so those were options. We never, ever were trying to step on teachers' feet or trying to not respect time. What the thought was, since there's 4 Thursdays in a month, that if there was 2 designated days for VEA and 2 designated days for board meetings, we thought that would be admirable to work together. And also, since our board meetings do not start till 6 p.m., if we were to make sure and ensure that no meetings for VEA would occur from site time each day till 6 p.m., it would respect that time as well. So we thought it was a reasonable and a way to work together to get what's best for what the board needs to do for the district and still respect the teachers' time to meet on Thursdays, to be able to work all together what's right for the district. At this time, though, due to the holidays and due to trying to communicate more, we would like to see that there was some misunderstandings and to know that we respect our teachers, we love our teachers, and we want to do what's right for our teachers, and as well as I know they want us to do what's right for the district. It goes hand in hand. So with that, I'm going to make a motion that we are going to change to our Wednesday calendar. And I'd like to know if I hear a second. Vice President Amboy.
I second.
With that, can we please have roll call? Trustee Flores.
Thank you for your comments. I think one thing we might want to do moving forward in the future is if we want to ensure that all parties have a say, and I know at the end of the day, the board will decide when they meet, whether it's a Wednesday or a Thursday, but let's include it in negotiations when contracts are coming up for the teachers, and that way they can feel like they have a say and they could give their reasons as to why or why not, and vice versa. But with that, I just think that way we can just include all parties in that specific conversation.
Thank you. Did we have a second? President Amboy? I think also to reply to that, Trustee Flores, we only change or adopt the next year's meetings at our annual meeting every December, the last meeting in December. So if we do both go forward with anything like that, we just need to make sure by that time. So we have all the way to December 2025, the last meeting of the year, to make those decisions or communications. Can we have roll call, please?
Trustee Hodges?
Aye.
Trustee Flores?
Aye.
Trustee Young?
Aye.
Vice President Amboy?
Aye.
President Fox?
Aye.
And the motion passes.
Thank you. At this time, we're on Action B, approval of certificated and classified job descriptions. This refers to our Pillar 3.
Thank you, President Fox, Vice President Amboy, Trustees Young, Flores, and Hodges, Superintendent Aurelio, and staff. So what you have before you are newly prepared job descriptions that are aligned to some of the reorganization that the superintendent has been working with staff on, and we need your approval so that we can publish and move forward with next steps.
An action item?
Is there any way that we can put that on the screen?
There are two job descriptions. Do you want to see?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So you have two job descriptions in this item.
So just for your attention, the first one is the Assistant Superintendent of Business and Operations. And the second one is Executive Director of Special Education and SELPA. Well, it's just Executive Director of Special Education.
Trustee Flores?
A quick question. I noticed that it's labeled as draft, so is the language in this description 100% complete, or is it gonna?
It's always in draft form until you approve it, and then we take draft off and I sign it.
Okay, but as far as you know, the language
No
is gonna-
changes after, other than removing the draft sign.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Young.
This is a new job description replacing Assistant Superintendent of,
It is essentially taking the chief business official and the assistant superintendent of operations and combining it into one position.
and the title is Assistant Superintendent of Business and Operations.
That is correct.
Do I hear a motion for
So
this
that-
action item? Oh, sorry, you're not done?
So is this is an operation. I'm trying to see business and operation. Operation is currently Mitch, oh, okay.
Right, they're separated out right
Okay,
now.
okay, I'm trying to see what we're doing here.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I got it.
Trustee Flores?
Make a motion to approve the draft position.
Dr. Young? Yes. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee Hodges?
Aye.
Trustee Flores?
Aye.
Trustee Young? Vice President Amboy?
Aye.
President Fox?
Aye.
The motion passes.
Thank you.
You. Announcements of upcoming meetings. I know we have next Wednesday, the 15th, is a regular board meeting, and at 6 p.m., 5 p.m. Closed session. And then the following, do we still have there was one for the following Wednesday as well, a special meeting. Is that one going to still be, I don't see it here listed, though.
Is a special meeting.
It was
That
the
is
following
Yeah,
Wednesday.
the 22nd is a board study session around school closures, consolidation,
And I think that's 5 to 7 is what I have for
5
the
to 7 on the
22nd.
22nd.
Okay, so the next 2 Wednesdays in a row.
Same
And then we'll
batch.
have in February, the Wednesday the 6th and Wednesday the 20th. I do want to give an update, the 2x2, the city just did the swearing in of the mayor and the new city council last night. They are trying to work with their dates and see who's on which committee, and they will let us know. So hopefully we'll have a meeting the end of this month, but it'll determine how soon they can get us their calendar. Anything else for announcements? For upcoming meetings? All right. Anything else for the good of order? I know that also, I would like to say, and I know Heather DePasio already knows this, but the rest of the board, please make sure on your calendar, Monday, the 27th of January, it'll be in Vacaville for the reading discussion with Heather DePasio, our own. It's the second half of the one that happened in May. It's the Solano County School Board Association. It's a dinner event, and it starts at 6 o'clock in Vacaville at their district office. So please, hopefully you all will be able to attend Monday, January 27th at 6 p.m. in Vacaville. Where did you say Vacaville? The Vacaville School District, Elementary School District. I'll get you the address. Dr. Young and I have been working on this, and hopefully it'll be a very good event. It's the second half of our reading discussion. And with that, we are adjourned at 6:22. Thank you, everyone, and good evening, and Happy New Year.